在汉字中。
The Chinese character 人 or people is in the shape of two strokes supporting each other.
His gesture expressed one idea, that the foundation of friendship between China and the U.S. has its roots in the people. President Xi Jinping visited Lincoln High School in Tacoma, Washington. Students gave the Chinese leader a football and a personalized jersey bearing his name and the number 1. It was the second time Xi visited the school, the first time being more than 20 years ago. The visit highlighted President Xi's desire to reach out to the American people. President Xi announced China's support for an initiative that would see 50,000 students study in both China and the United States over the next 3 years. A growing number of Americans are studying in China each year and vice versa. The announcement was made during a major policy speech at a welcoming banquet in Seattle, which won plenty of applause from the audience and beyond. President Xi Jinping spoke with Chinese and U.S. corporate executives in Seattle. The U.S.-China CEO Roundtable brought together business leaders from top Chinese and American enterprises, including Alibaba, Lenovo, IBM, and Microsoft. The Chinese president said China supports American businesses in China and will increase its investments in the United States. President Xi toured Boeing's assembly workshop in Everett, Washington. He boarded a 787 plane that will soon be delivered to China's Xiamen Airlines. And during Xi's visit, a group of Chinese companies signed deals with Boeing to buy 300 aircraft. China's growing market has provided many business opportunities for American companies and has supported lots of jobs in the United States. Upon Xi Jinping's arrival in Washington, D.C., he and President Obama began with a stroll to Blair House. It was a much quieter ambiance for more practical and candid discussions. The two leaders had met in similar settings in Beijing and the Annenberg Retreat in California. For the two leaders, it was an opportunity for an in-depth exchange of ideas on many issues in a more relaxed way. The White House South Lawn was the setting for a grand state arrival ceremony, this time for President Xi. The ceremony was complete with a traditional 21-gun salute. Later in the evening, a grandiose state dinner. U.S. officials said the dinner allowed Obama to reciprocate the hospitality that he received in China last year. During a joint press conference at the White House, President Xi said strengthening dialogue and cooperation is the way forward for both China and the United States. He said the two countries should avoid confrontation and friction when it comes to fighting cybercrime as well as issues in the South China Sea. It was a stance with which President Obama agreed. The outcome of Xi's visit has raised new prospects for China-U.S. ties. Is there such thing as the Thucydides trap, or the danger of a conflict between a current power and a rising one? President Xi Jinping doesn't think so. He said building a new model of major country relationship with the U.S. is a priority of China's foreign policy. It's a relationship, Xi says, that features non-conflict, non-confrontation, mutual respect, and win-win cooperation. First Ladies Peng Liyuan and Michelle Obama paid a visit to the Smithsonian National Zoo in Washington, D.C., where they named a baby panda. The panda cub was given the name Bebe. First Lady Peng called the giant panda an emotional link between the two peoples of the U.S. and China.